Hello everybody, I'm forecaster Dustin. Staples, happy Sunday, wrapping up the last day of the last day of June here as we go out to July beginning on this week. It was a hot one for Saturday, no doubt, about upper 90s, mid 90s here rather, excuse me. Heat indices were at or near 100. The good news is that we're going to probably stay below heat advisory criteria today. Tomorrow, we may be flirting with it again late week. We'll keep an eye on that obviously here as temperatures warm back up. But as a summer-like day today, basically at this point, we got to get used to the heat. We've already been used to it for several weeks now at this point, and drop of the temperatures by midweek. I mean by that, we're not going to go for like 30-degree drop, but more like the 80s or so, and then we're again watching for some shower and storms as we head into late next and the upcoming week. Right now, radar is pretty quiet here, not tracking anything. We did see some rainfall yesterday for some of you. The spotty garden variety of showers and thunderstorms produced some heavy rain outside of Snow Hill, Shine, south of LaGrange, just outside of Goldsboro there, outside of Nahunta. For the rest of us, though, we're pretty quiet here much across the country with a few little exceptional showers back towards the Midwest region. That's about it. All right, feels like temperatures back towards early this morning, though. We're back in the upper 70s and low 80s. Actual air temperatures, though, were in the low to mid 70s, so it's not as terrible, but still pretty warm out there with a couple of degree temperature change here or there. Let's talk about the tropics real quick because things are now beginning to wake up just a little bit. Of course, we had Andrea that was back earlier in mid-June, and again, we've got Barry, Chantel, Dexter, Aaron, just a few of the names listing on back that too. This could become Barry if things hold suit, but again, the way things are going, this is going to fall apart real soon. It looks like by tonight, this thing may be a done deal. This is Tropical Depression 6C in the Pacific. This will be on their F name. That would be Flossie. That would be the next name for those folks out there. Could become a Category 2 storm by late next week. If you know folks doing in cruises just outside of Mexico there, south of the panhandle of California, you may be watching out for a little of that. But other than that, we're staying quiet in the Atlantic. Typically peak season will get about late August, and that'll run through about mid-October. All right, some clouds today, maybe a few pop and go showers like yesterday. Similar story to things warming up. Highs near 90, falling in the 70s tomorrow morning. We're going to see warming up in the low to mid 90s again. A few coastal clouds, that's about it. Maybe an isolated shower here or there. Other than that, things are going to stay fairly quiet. And you see the rainfall amount per forecast doesn't really showcase in much of anything. It's just so spotty out there with that too. Like I mentioned today, we're going to get close to heat advisory criteria, but I think most of us will not be in a heat advisory today, because if by that point the National Weather Service will already issue these, but we'll get close to it. And then again, we'll fall down in those 80s tonight, warm back up close to heat advisory criteria from Monday. Most are going to stay between 100, 102, 103 maybe, and then again calm back down in those lower to mid 90s. But still, the heat risk map showcases a major to medium risk here for northern and eastern North Carolina, a major risk if heat moves back into Monday, Tuesday. We start to slimmer this down just a little bit because we're watching for storms as our level 1 risk of potential has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. So we'll keep monitoring that. No first order weather days have been issued yet. We'll keep a close eye on that for you as well. If you're heading down to the coast in the next couple of days, it's going to get windy late week, watching for a best chance of showers and storms. The moderate rip current risk remains from the Crystal Coast down to the southern Outer Banks. Northern Outer Banks, you're looking pretty good. Inland facing beaches as well, no concerns for you either. Now for the rest of you here, your inland 8-day forecast goes to show highs in the low 90s here. See that little drop in temperatures? I mentioned that, call it a coolish forecast by Wednesday and Thursday, below 90. Some of these storms could come in late on the day on Wednesday, may linger into Thursday, and 4th of July right now could be a little bit right now on that drier side. Things are going, but we can't roll an isolated pop and go shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it gets hot into the first weekend of July.